the maximum torque of an induction motor is 200 kg-meter at a slip of 12% and the rotor torque is 6% slip would be. So, ganun ulit ang gawin natin. Since kanina, meron tayong ganito rin, same concept, di ba objective yon? Tinatanong kung ano daw yung proportional sa torque. Ano yung sagot natin kanina? That is slip. Tama? So, by ratio and proportion, hanapin nyo na lang kung anong number yon. Yung torque is proportional to slip. Number 28. So, from number 28. So, by ratio and proportion, torque 1 over torque 2, that is equal to slip 1 over slip 2. So, yung torque 1 natin is 200 kg-meter if the slip is 12%. Okay, over torque 2 if the slip is what? 6%. So, 0.6. Ba? 0.06. Okay, so what is our torque 2? That is simply 200 times 0.06 over 0.12. So, kalahati. That is 100 kg-meter. So, that is letter A. Okay, next number. Number 44. So, a squirrel cage motor is started at 50% of its rated load. What is the starting torque relative to its rated voltage starting torque? Okay, so again, your torque is directly proportional to your voltage squared. Okay, so gamitin natin to by ratio and proportion siguro to. So torque 1 over torque 2, that is equal to V1 squared over V2 squared. So sabi niya, it is started at 50% of its rated voltage. So let's say yung torque 1, yung original tsaka yung V1. Kunin natin yung mangyayari dun sa torque 2 if the starting voltage is 50%. So 50% ng V1 squared. Or that is simply equal to 25%. So 25% ng starting torque. So ito na yung sagot natin. Or kung 25%, sige, assume mo na yun. Correct mo na yun. Kasi tinatanong naman dyan is the relation of the starting torque ng dalawa. So 25% of torque, starting torque pa. Okay, next number, number 45. So 10 HP, 550 volts, 60 Hz, 87% efficient, and 75% power factor 3-phase induction motor has a starting current of 5 times the full load current. If the motor used is, or in a system, is 440 volts, 60 Hz, what will be its starting current? Okay. Sabi niya dito, eto na yan. The starting current is 5 times the full load current. Yun nga lang, yun yung condition on the first scenario. The second scenario, ito siya. Gagamitin natin siya on a 440 system, 60 Hz pa rin naman. Okay, so kailangan natin dito is the starting current. Kumaga parang at the second condition. Okay, bakit? The starting current on the first condition is equal to 5 times the full load current. What full load current? Siyempre, at the first condition. Okay, so paano ko ngayon kukunin yung starting current natin at that voltage, 440 volts? So ano kayang mga relation ang gagamitin natin? Okay, take note, ang starting current natin, meron siyang relation to your full load current. So the starting current is inversely proportional to your full load current. So by ratio and proportion, pwede ko ulit i-relate yung dalawang scenario natin, yung conditions natin. So the starting current on the first condition times the full load current on the first condition is equal to the starting current on the second condition times the full load current on the second condition. Take note that they are inversely proportional. Okay. So ang problema natin dito is yung ating starting currents. So hanapin natin yung starting currents at your first condition. By what? Using your power. So sabi natin, ang input power, ano ba to? 3-phase. So 3-phase siya. So square root of 3 times the line current and the line voltage times the power factor. So dito pa lang pwede ko nang hanapin yung ating full load current. Take note na, starting current yung hanapin natin dito because of this condition. 5 times of your full load current. But your full load current can be calculated using your input. Okay, so your full load current, that is equal to the input power. So 10 times 746. So divided by square root of 3 times. Take note na, nasa first condition tayo, so gagamitin natin yung 550 volts. So times 550 volts, ito naka-watts na yan, times the power factor, that is 75%. And take note, yung power natin dito, that is the rating, so that is the output. So kailangan ulit natin siyang i-divide ng efficiency, that is 87%. So let's solve for our full load current on the first condition. So we have 746 times 10 over square root of 3 times 550 times 0.75 times 0.87. So approximate na natin siyang 12 amperes. Okay, next. Next is hanapin natin yung IST. Yung ating, ito na, the starting current at the first condition, that is equal to 5. So 5 times of your full load current, that is 12 amperes. Okay, and that is equal to 60 amperes. Ayun. Then lastly, hanapin ko na lang dito yung starting current natin at your second condition, but we need your full load current, at the second condition. So ginamit siya at what voltage? 440 volts. So at 440 volts, makukuha natin yung full load current. Sub 2. Ganun pa rin, that is the output. So divided by the efficiency. Same pa rin siya dun sa may kanina, solution. Magbabago lang itong voltage. 440 volts times 0.75 times 0.87. So, palitan lang natin to ng 440. So, bababa or tataas yung current natin. So, approximately equal to 15 amperes. Okay, so since meron na akong IFL2, IFL1, IST1, pwede ko nang hanapin yung ating IST2. So, IST2 is simply IST1, that is 60, times IFL1, that is 12, divided by IFL2, that is 15. So 60 times 12 over 15. So that is 48 amperes. Okay. Next number. So the answer here is letter B. Okay, 46. Check nyo na lang dun sa natin, baka may mga mali ako nabibilugan na mga sagot. Kasi minsan ganon kami. Tama yung sagot namin minsan, pero minsan ang binibilugan namin ito. For example, check nyo na lang maigi dun sa may solutions natin. Okay. Next number. Number 46. For objective na to. So short circuit test is performed on an induction motor to determine short circuit test. Siyempre short circuit current under rated voltage. Tama yan. So pwede si letter A. Equivalent resistance and reactance. Asterisk natin. Transformation ratio. Yes, pwede rin yung transformation ratio. Bakit? Nandun sa lecture yon. Yung N natin. Transformation ratio. So all of the above is the answer. Okay, next, number 47. So rotor input of a three-phase induction motor is equal to rotor input, so RPI. So gamitin natin yung power stage. Okay, i-draw ko lang ulit dito. So SPI, SCL, RPI, RCL, mechanical loss, rotational losses, then output power. So RPI, ito yung RPI natin. RPI is mechanical plus RCL. Kaso wala. Itong mechanical minus rotational, yun yung output. Hindi na yun pwede. About letter A, input of the motor, SPI minus SCL, pwede. So letter A yung sagot natin. Input to motor again is your stator power input. Okay. Ito pwede rin sana yung letter D. Yes, pwede sana yung letter D kung meron tayong output at saka kulang siya ng isang loss, RCL. Kulang siya ng rotor copper loss. Okay, next, 48. So a three-phase 6-pole 50 Hz induction motor develops 3.63 kilowatts at 960 RPM. What will be the stator input if the stator loss is 280 watts? Yun na yun. Yung 48, same lang kay 47. So ang hinahanap dyan is the stator input. Ay, wait lang. Rotor input pala tayo. Tama lang, rotor input. Stator power input minus. Gamitin tong formulang to. Since ang hinahanap is the stator power input or your SPI, that is your rotor power input plus your stator copper loss based from this formula. Okay, so RPI, how do we calculate your RPI? Kasi ang binigay dito is the stator loss, 280 watts. Kailangan lang natin ng RPI. So how do we calculate your RPI? RPI can be calculated using your power stage ulit. RPI is mechanical plus RCL. Kaso, wala tayong RCL. Ang meron lang mechanical. Bakit mechanical? The motor develops this power. So, the mechanical power develop. Andiyan na yung word na key natin. That is 3.63 kilowatts. So, pwede ko nang hanapin yung SPI. That is 3.63 kilowatts plus 280 watts. That is 3,910. That is in watts. So, ayun. Meron na akong... Ay, tama ba? Mechanical. Ay, mali yung inad ko. Mechanical pa lang pala ito. So, kailan ko pa nung RPI? Sorry. So, RPI is... Pwede kong i-relate yan using your mechanical power. Sorry, hindi pa ito yung sagot natin. Kulang pa tayo ng RPI. Yung mechanical at saka RPI, di ba may relation? So, the mechanical power developed, that is equal to RPI multiplied by 1 minus S. Ayan. Solve muna natin pala yung RPI. So, RPI is 3.63 kilowatts divided by 1 minus sleep. Yun yung problema natin, wala rin tayong sleep. Okay, isa-isahin natin. So we should calculate first the slip. So again, your slip is NS minus NR over NS. But NS is 120F over P. Lagay ko na lang dito para minsanan. So NS, that is 120 times the frequency of 50 over 6 pole, yung ating motor. So 120 times 50 over 6. So 1,000. Okay, so we can now calculate for the slip. That is 1,000 RPM minus 960. Yun yung NR natin. So divided by 1,000. So this is 4%. Okay, so pwede na. We can now calculate for your RPI. So your RPI is the mechanical power, 3.63 kilowatts, divided by 1 minus 4%. So 1 minus 0.04. So 3.63 divided by answer. So 3.78. Sige, eksakto na lang siguro. 3,781.25 in watts. Ayun. So may RPI na. Pwede ko na hanapin yung SPI. So SPI is 3781.25 plus 280. So plus, so times 1,000 plus 280. So 4,061.25. That is in watts. So since walang 4,061, ito na lang piliin natin. 4,165 watts, pinakamalapit. Siguro kulang yung ano dito, yung binigay niya. Baka meron pang ano dyan. Meron pa dapat core loss siguro. Bitin siya, hindi siya eksaktong 4,165. Siguro kulang yung 280 by its core loss. Stator core loss. Pero since sinabi naman niya kasi dito na stator loss is the stator core loss and the stator copper loss. So talagang yan ang sagot natin, 4,061. Excuse me. Okay, next number 49. So a three-phase induction motor draws 1,000 kVA at 0.8 lagging. A synchronous condenser is connected in parallel to draw an additional 750 kilowatt at 0.6 leading PF. The power of the load supplied by the mains is what? Or the power factor of the load. Okay, so kailan natin kunin dito yung power factor? By calculating, syempre, it's either the total power or the total apparent power or the total current. Okay, so let's calculate your total apparent power. So sabi natin, pagka parallel yung mga loads natin, pwede nating pag-addin vectorially yung kanyang individual apparent powers. Okay, so S1, that is 1,000 kVA. So angle of, take note, 0.8 lagging. So we have inverse cosine, positive, of 0.8 plus. So we have 750 kVA with an angle of 0.6 leading. So negative inverse cosine of 0.6. So kunin natin dito yung kanyang apparent power. So 1,000 angle of the inverse cosine of 0.8 plus 750 angle of negative inverse cosine of 0.6. Okay, so eksakto 1,250 kVA with an angle of 0. So the power factor is unity. Okay, and last number 50. So a 3 volt, 50 Hz 3-phase star-connected induction motor has a slip ring resistance of 0.016 ohm and standstill reactance of 0.265 ohm per phase. Calculate the ratio of the full load torque to the maximum torque if full load is obtained at 247 RPM. Okay, so dun sa lecture natin, so yung formula ninyo ng ratio ng full load torque to your maximum torque is equal to. So, di ba meron kayong formula doon? So, pwede nyo gamitin yung formula, then take the ratio. So, this is twice the slip at full load multiplied by the slip at maximum torque all over the full load slip squared plus the maximum slip squared. So, una, hanapin muna natin siguro yung natin, yung maximum torque slip. So sabi natin, your maximum torque slip is equal to the rotor resistance per phase divided by the block rotor reactance per phase. And that is equal to 0.016 over 0.265 ohms. Both are in per phase. So 0.016 divided by 0.265. So approximate na lang natin na 0.0604. Okay, now hanapin naman natin yung slip natin at full load. Take note, yung slip natin at full load can be calculated using MS minus NR over NS. Lahat ng to dapat ay naka-full load. So dapat yung NR natin must be the full load speed. So tama, 247 RPM at full load. Okay, so hanapin natin yung NS again by means of the formula. So 120F over P. So we have 120. What is the frequency? 50 over P. Okay, yun ulit yung problema natin. Wala tayong number of poles. So again, hanapin natin yung number of poles using your NR. So your NR is 247. Wala tayong number of poles. Okay, wala. So 247, gamitin natin. So 247, that is equal to 120 times F over P. So your number of poles, again, take the even number value. So 120 times 50 over 247. So we have 24 poles. So ito ay 24. Again, natin exact value niya, 24.29. So we have here 24. So over 24. So we have 250 RPM. Ayun, pwede ko nang isolve yung ating slip at full load. So the slip at full load, that is equal to 250 minus 247 over 250. So we have 0.012. Okay, so pwede ko nang hanapin ngayon yung kanyang ratio. Plug in lang natin dito. So twice of 0.0604 times 0.012 all over 0.0604 squared plus 0.012 squared. Okay, and that is equal to. So ito times 0.0604 times 2 over 0.0604 squared plus answer squared. So we have 0.382. Okay, so correct. The answer here is letters. Okay. So, yan na yung natin, solution natin. So, sige. Sa mga hindi nakaabot ng first part, Tingnan natin kung kaya ng by 2 pages. Okay? Paki-screenshot na lang yung mga solutions natin. By pair ito, no? By pair pages natin. Check natin kung kaya. Baka kaya naman ng 4. Hindi na kaya, no? Okay, next. Next. Next number. Okay, next. Next. Okay, next. Next. Number 18. Ay, wait lang. Kulang ano. Sorry, hindi ko napansin. So, we have 17. Ay, hindi. Meron pala. Sorry. Kala ko 1821. Ito lang pala. Nakatago ito. Okay, 18 to 21. Okay, next. Next number. Next. $32. 35. 41. 43. 45. And last page. Meron pa doon. Okay, last page.